I always knew I'd kill my husband on a Wednesday. Not because I'd planned it out. I'm not the type of woman who keeps a murder calendar highlighted in pink next to dentist appointments. It's just that Wednesday is when David comes back from his business trips, striding in with that same fake smile and the faint scent of someone else's perfume clinging to his shirt. It's Wednesday today. I'm standing by the kitchen window, watching his BMW pull into the driveway, feeling something cold and sharp bloom in my chest. The coffee in my mug has gone cold, but I hold it anyway, like it's the only thing keeping me grounded. David steps out of the car with that grace that used to make my heart race. Now, it just irritates me. Tall, lean, with graying hair that gives him the air of a successful middle-aged man, the kind I wanted 20 years ago, the kind I despise today. Keys jingle in the lock. I hear his footsteps in the hallway, the thud of his suitcase hitting the floor. "Ellen, I'm home." His voice carries through the house, warm and familiar. The voice that told me bedtime stories, whispered "I love you" in the dark. The voice that's been lying to me for the last 5 years. I take a deep breath and turn to him with a smile. The perfect wife, greeting her husband after a trip. The perfect wife doesn't think about how it would feel to push him down the stairs. "Hey, honey," I say, and even I'm convinced by how genuine I sound. We're sitting at the dining table, and David's telling me about his conference in Chicago. He's always been a good storyteller. That's what drew me to him in the first place. Now, I dissect every word, searching for cracks in his story, like a detective analyzing an alibi. "The hotel was awful," he says, spreading butter on his bread. "The AC was so loud, I barely slept." But his face is fresh, his eyes clear. He looks like a man who slept in a comfortable bed, next to someone who makes him happy. Not a man who spent 3 nights on a lumpy hotel mattress. I nod and smile. "Poor thing. Good thing you're home now." He reaches across the table and squeezes my hand. His touch used to send shivers down my spine. Now, it's just repulsive. But I don't pull away. The perfect wife doesn't pull away. "I missed you," he says with so much sincerity I almost believe him. Almost. But I see the lipstick smudge on his collar. Pink, a shade I've never worn. I see the scratch on his neck he's trying to hide with his shirt. I see everything he thinks I don't. "I missed you too," I reply, squeezing his hand a little harder than necessary. He winces, just slightly. After lunch, I clear the dishes while David heads to his study to check emails. I know he's really texting her. Maybe telling her how hard it is to be around me. How he dreams of the moment they can be together for good. I wash the plates and think how much simpler it would be if he just asked for a divorce. But David's too much of a coward for honesty. It's easier for him to live a double life than face the consequences of his choices. We're watching the news, sitting on the couch with a safe distance between us. This is our new normal, polite distance instead of intimacy. David pretends it's because he's tired from the trip, but I know the truth. It's hard to cuddle your wife when you're thinking about another woman. The TV shows a story about a woman who went missing a week ago. Her husband pleads into the camera, tears streaming down his face. But something in his eyes makes me suspicious. I've seen that look before, in the mirror, when I practiced looking distraught. "Sad," David says, eyes glued to the screen. "Do you think he killed her?" I ask. David flinches. "Why would you say that?" I shrug. "Statistics. It's usually the husband." He looks at me with something like fear. "Ellen, that's a horrible thought, but true." I smile at him, and he quickly looks away. Later, as we get ready for bed, I watch him in the mirror, He brushes his teeth with the thoroughness he usually reserves for important meetings or dates. Back to the office tomorrow? I ask. Yeah, got a meeting with a new client. Another lie. His assistant Carol called yesterday. No meetings until next week. But I don't call him out. Instead, I nod and smile. Don't overdo it, honey. We climb into bed, lying back to back. I listen to his breathing even out in the dark. When I'm sure he's asleep, I slip out of bed and head to the kitchen. I pull a sharp knife from the drawer and stare at it in the dim light of the fridge. Tomorrow's Thursday. Maybe that's a better day for murder. David wakes up in a great mood. He's even whistling in the shower, something he hasn't done in months. Probably got a text from her last night, something that made him smile in the dark, thinking I was asleep. But I wasn't. I was planning. Over breakfast, he tells me about his day. A client meeting, then lunch with partners. He even shows me his calendar, as if that'll convince me he's honest. But I see his fingers tremble as he holds his phone. Home late? I ask, spreading jam on my toast. Maybe, don't wait up for dinner. Of course, he'll be with her, at that little restaurant across town where he thinks no one will recognize him. But I know about that place. I know a lot. After he leaves, I head to his study. His computer's locked, but I know the password, our wedding date plus her initials. David's always been predictable. His messages with her fill the screen, hundreds of them, going back months. I read, feeling something cold seep through my veins. They're not just cheating. They're planning a future. Without me. When are you finally going to tell her? She writes. Soon. I need time to set things up right. I can't wait any longer, David. I want to be with you for real. I know, me too. Just trust me. Trust him. Like I trusted him for 20 years of marriage. I print the most damning messages and tuck them into my document box. Then I clear the browser history and shut down the computer. Time to act. I pick up my phone and dial a number I found last week. This is Ellen Morris. I'm ready to hire you. David comes home at 9, reeking of her perfume and guilt. He tries to kiss me, but I turn away. How was your day? I ask, pouring him a glass of wine. The same wine we drank on our first date. Long, tiring. He gulps it down, oblivious to my stare. I wait until the glass is empty, then place the printed messages on the table. His face goes white as chalk. Ellen, I can explain. No need, I say calmly. I get it. You love her. You're planning a future with her. You want me gone. He reaches for me, but I step back. It's not like that. It was just a mistake, temporary insanity. I laugh and the sound scares even me. 6 months of planning isn't a mistake, David. It's a choice. The wine takes effect. His eyes glaze over, words slurring. I added just enough sedative to knock him out, nothing more. I don't want to kill him. That'd be too easy. When he slumps from the chair, I grab his phone and call her. David? Her voice is nervous. No, I say. It's his wife. We need to talk. An hour later, she's at my door. Young, beautiful, naive. Exactly like I was 20 years ago. Where is he? She asks. Sleeping. Don't worry, he's fine. I let her in. Coffee? We sit in the kitchen. 2 women who love the same man. Or think they do. He said he'd divorce you, she says quietly. I know. He told me the same about his first wife. I smile, watching her face crumble. You thought you were special? Unique? Sweetheart, you're just the next in line. I tell her about the others. Sarah from the ad agency, Lizzie from the gym, Maria from accounting. I watch her world shatter. He won't change, I say as she leaves. Never. But now you know. After she's gone, I wake David. He looks at me with glassy eyes. What happened? You lost her, I say simply. And me too. I'm filing for divorce tomorrow. I didn't kill him, but sometimes living with the consequences of your actions is worse than death, especially when your secrets are spread across every desk at your office by morning. I always knew I'd destroy my husband on a Wednesday. I just did it differently than I planned.